Okay, we can go ahead and go on in. Trying to sit there all day and talk. I ain't one of those preachers that be like, I'm gonna keep you and say I'm gonna lead. But in essence, what happened is actually we didn't actually start. But we were invited like on Wednesday. I do believe it's on a Wednesday. And pretty much like within 2 days, actually about one day, we got on the board and I brought some people. As I had to look at it first and see how it was going and what it was about. And by the time we got in and some of the people came with me, the board closed out like in a day, so to speak. So in essence, it moved fairly quickly. And I said, okay, this seems something very promising because like so many boards out here, we've done several boards before and participated, and we even actually started some groups and some boards. And sadly to say, with people, it's kind of in the air. And yes, we've been on the end of being called scammers and everything, but a child of God. And but of course, that's not our nature because we pretty much we want to help individuals. We want like to see people succeed and do great. So but we've always tried to find something that will work for the masses that's not too hard to manage and kind of remove some of the human error. Because when we can find any way to put some human error in it, people would think that it's there even if it's not there. So this system actually, when I was introduced, I think it was Antoinette that actually introduced it to me. It looked wonderful. So just to give you a brief overview, what happens is, of course, you see you got the oranges, the greens, the yellows, and you'll see, of course, it might not be clear now, but all the greens pay the greens. So all the greens on the outside pay the 4 greens on the inside of that core 7. It's what's called a core 7. So that core 7 gets paid each week. And these two boards that we have originated from the original board that Antoinette had did in her group at first. And the core 7 actually gets a board, and she created these groups. So I didn't create the group. She actually created from the original groups, and then she actually sends out a link to the people that's on top, which is Keisha and Carmen in this instance. So they actually get the boards to go to one group. So we actually have 4 boards within our groups actually break out. So 2 came here, and then we had another one, which was Alicia and Biko. So we got 2 groups that were going on. So they actually create the boards, send them out, and then start the groups. And once the groups are started, you actually start adding and inviting people to those groups. So the admin, one of the biggest things is they actually try to maintain order, so to speak. And if you notice, what happens is the admin on that Friday, go to that page that I showed you. Carmen's going to show you a page. The admins, because like I said, we only been at a week ourselves. What happened is on that Friday, yes, once everybody was supposed to get paid out because they closed it on Friday because the boards were closed. Then the admin and saw who was supposed to, the core 7, core 7, the information, I'm pretty sure. So the core 7, she got whether it was Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay, but she actually got that information. So when Friday came, she looked in the actual board and saw who was supposed to pay who. So she put out a little list, what you see on the right here. It says forwarded by D Stewart. And she actually says Tona Sierra gave a list of names, like all the people in green, which greens you were supposed to pay. Because if you look at the board, each green actually has 8 greens connected to it. Because when the board splits, it splits in half. Like if you see Keisha right now, it'll split straight through Keisha. And Rusty and Zach will become the new yellows. Okay? So the person that actually did it, they actually looked at the greens and just said green pay green, orange pay orange, yellow pay yellow. They told each individual who they were supposed to pay. And what they told us is you had to pay by that 12 o'clock because what happens is they need to confirm that all the payments are in. Now, you don't actually have to send in any snapshots of your payment because they leave it in the responsibility of those being gifted, which were the core 7, to send to the admin that they were fully blessed or they were completely paid. Because the admin job is once the individuals that did not pay, their job was to find out basically who they were. Because of course, because you don't know everybody on the boards, but normally they in the group. They're not always in the group, but somebody invited them. So the admin reached out to the group and said, who knows or who invited a certain individual need their information. So the admin reached out to the individuals that hadn't paid by Saturday and to try to make sure that they knew who they were supposed to pay and to get it done. Because after a certain point, they actually get removed from the board because everything tries to work on a Friday. So all payouts on Friday, but like I said, I didn't know it myself until this time, but they gave you a little leeway. They still want it on Friday, but sometimes it may take a moment. You may not have seen it. So they give you to that Saturday morning to get it paid. So the admins actually tried to find out those individuals who had not paid yet by Friday nights, and through emails, text, or whatever, or the person that invited them, somebody communicated to let them know who they were supposed to pay to get it done. So really the admin job is more to just to keep the flow going. Okay. Now they also, which I was telling Maria earlier, I actually do my admin on my phone. I got a Samsung, and each time someone says add me, all I do is take download the picture, and I open it up in my gallery. And in my gallery, most phones have where you can actually edit pictures. So I simply just go to edit the picture. I put in text because most phones have where you can actually do a text, and I actually put the names in. I redo the board, and I try to get it back out there. Now I was talking to Maria, and of course, some of the original groups I was in, I actually took the time to do it through an application on a computer, which is wonderful. That means every name can be pretty, clean, and you can see it all wonderfully, but it's time consuming. So you wouldn't be able to see immediately when somebody said add me and then them in that position. And what we learned is people like to see their names real fast. People like to see where they at and who they buy, which the good thing about this actual opportunity, it's not always as necessary to be directly beside whoever sponsors you because it's a group effort. The people come in, the board is going to get filled regardless. So you want to be careful because if it's just you and your two people that's under you that you brought in and the people that maybe above you that brought in, so when the board splits, that means you're going to have a lot more responsibility on just yourself and your group. The good thing about the spillover is you have others working to try to complete that board, because ultimately what it boils down is trying to complete the board. So that's admin. The duties are in charge of holding your people accountable for bringing in their two people. Okay, hold on just a moment.
Fine.
I can't hear you, Eric.
Okay, yeah, she had muted me, but my sound was going in and out, she said. Which, again, the thing is, even though sometimes somebody may not get two people, but that's just the fact of reality because it actually does work by a community. But we always say the admin is in charge of accountable on that board, okay? Not just for the two, but to make sure they turn in their information when necessary, because of course, we have to have the information to put out who is supposed to be paid. So normally we'll try to contact who is ever in the core 7, which the core 7 is those getting paid out so that they can get that information and it'll be accessible and ready on Friday. Okay. Now, if they haven't already brought in a couple of people, however, it's also about adding people to the group because this collective operation has bills because we came from an original group. And of course, that group breaks up once you start splitting the boards and you create 2 additional groups. Somebody might need to go on mute. I hear a lot of feedback. But so it's also the idea that everyone adds to the group because the more in the group, the better it is. The quicker the operation, the quicker the boards close. And what happens is the individuals continue to travel with their names, with their groups, and continue to being added on. Because once this board closes on this particular section in this group, that group will be finished, so to speak. but those people will go to the new groups and add on to those groups. That's the joy of it. So it's a continual process, and the admin kind of keeps things moving smoothly. Okay, because what I noticed about the admin when she did our board, she actually created the group. She placed us in there, the ones that actually were on the actual Core 7 and the ones that were admins. So admin is kind of keeping things in place. Okay. However, now that's not the case. They still can bring in like-minded individuals to fill the board, but teamwork is really what makes this work so good from what I've seen from just a week. Okay. Now the incentive about the admins, which is why a lot of people really don't mind, is all for that 21-day period, because this process is supposed to take about 21 days. Each week you go different level. I didn't understand it myself at first because people was asking me and I had to actually study it. But what happens is each week, if you look at the board, you will notice that ultimately you're gonna always have 8 people gifting. Okay. It's gonna be 8 yellow people gifting a yellow person in charge. And then for each orange person, they're gonna have 8 people under them gifting. And you gift the same person each week. And that's a good joy too, because you don't have to be concerned. Once you get it one time, you actually understand and know who you're gonna be gifting.
You went out again. We can't hear you.
My wife keep playing around with his computer. So again, you get $100 the first week that you in, that Friday, that next Friday. Then you get $300 the next week because you putting $500 back in. And what's happening is, again, everything is going to that original person. So it's a great system. And then the next week, when you get it back in, you're gonna be actually getting $3,800. You actually get 400, but then everybody sends the admin 200. So that's how the admin comes up with an extra $1,400 during that 21-day cycle. But the key is all about just maintaining order, making sure things are going smooth, and just pumping people up every now and then. So it's not that difficult. It's more of being an administrator, so to speak, and maintaining to make sure that everyone is getting paid out on that Friday. Any specific questions? Anyone have any?
This is Tamika. So I just have one question because I just want to make sure I understand how this works. So like for, you guys just moved off of the chart there,
Okay,
the
yeah.
gifting chart. So I know you said greens will pay greens, yellows will pay yellows, and orange will pay orange.
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay, I wanted to make sure that I understood that.
And you're always paying the same person.
Okay.
Each week.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So like for instance, on this chart right here, let's just say this board was full, where Kev is there in the green, he would pay Kim M on that
Correct.
Friday. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then where Denisha is in the yellow, she would be would be gifting Keisha.
Correct. And okay, the admin's job is pretty much to get the information from that Core 7 of their information so that they can actually push. See, you see Giovanni, her 8 greens are underneath Danisha, and then if you notice, it's another space where a person would go beside Danisha. So she would have 2 people on the split. She would have 2 people under her, and then those 4 oranges, and then she would have her 8 people. So underneath those 4 oranges, each 4 oranges has 2. So those 8 green would be gifting her. Okay. And pretty much the admin just identifies who is supposed to be gifting who and puts out that little note out there so everybody know who they're gifting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, this is Maria.
Okay, how you doing, Maria?
I'm good. How are you all?
All right.
Hi, Carmen. Well, I do have a question here as far as like when the board splits.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, will we automatically go as admin in those yellow circles, or will we have to be placed back or asked to be placed back there?
What happens is normally the admin, because like I said, it's only my second week, but what happened for us is the admin that actually started the groups, Antoinette, which I tried to get on, I think she might have had something to do, but she actually did the split. Okay. So when she did the split, say for instance, going to yellow, well, who goes to yellow is Zach and Rusty. Okay. So the admins become green. Okay. But you
Oh,
still the admin.
okay.
Once you do the admin for your initial board, you maintain the being the admin for that group of individuals. So it works basically for a group. Because what happens is once you get the split, your split, of course, you're gonna be the admin for all those underneath you once that split occurs. And
Okay.
that,
I'm
yeah.
here. I'm here, Bishop. If y'all need me, I'm here.
Antoinette,
Yeah, I've been here. You've been doing so great. I ain't have to say nothing.
you know what? I told you I'm doggy paddling.
I've been here since you came on. You
Okay.
haven't messed up yet, so.
Oh yeah. So I mean, if you could go and that, this is Antoinette, the one that actually, like I said, that started it, and we kind of just fell in, and, you know, and she been good helping us like get it going. Because at first, you know, it can be kind of hectic at first trying to do the splitting and
Yeah,
adding people and stuff
somebody
like
threw
that.
me out there. I didn't know nothing until I had to do this on my own. So everybody getting a little taste of the medicine because I never knew that I would be doing what I'm doing now. I was just thrown in the yellow because I brought so many people. They said they figured I should be an admin. And I just said, yeah, I didn't know what came with it, but it's okay. I taught myself how to do the boards and everything. Because you can actually do the boards too. Whoever know how to work a computer, laptop, or whatever, you can do it on Google Docs. It's actually, not Google Docs, but Google Slides. And it's much easier, but I haven't got it all the way down packed. But when I do, I will put a video up there on how that goes as well. But right
Thank
now,
you.
my phone works well for me. But they said, you know, Google Slides is where I got my board from, Google
Okay.
Slides, because the person who I came in with, they actually set everything up on Google Slides. So I have to go get my board from there.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, you can do it on Google Slides as well. So with all that erasing, probably would be much better on Google Slides once I figure the whole thing out.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my cousin actually, Alicia, she had said something about Google Slides, which I
Yeah,
ain't
my
hit.
granddaughter know how to do it really good. So when I get her to be still and show me exactly, then that'd be perfect.
Well, I have a question for you, Antoinette, because I didn't figure it out myself. So how does the admin as far as following like when it splits? So how
Like
do
right now, my job is to make sure that the 8 boards that I split up,
uh-huh.
I take care of those boards because those boards pay me, all 8 of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna need all those 8 boards to. I have to. So even when that's done, I'll still be paying attention to you all because the same people that paid me, admins will always pay me because I was the admin. So I'm always looking for the people in yellow, you know. So
Okay.
I mean, I'm helping regardless. Like people don't know how to work their boards. I don't worry with it. I just go and help. I'm helping 4 people add names to their board because they haven't got the concept of it yet. I mean, some people don't. So as long as I'm there, I come and help them. But you know, because these are my people, I need them to close their boards in order for me to get paid.
Okay. So how do other individuals know at like say once you get that 21st day, how do we know that you the admin that we need to pay the money to? How does that?
Don't worry, the same person that you paid, you will always pay. So once you get your total payout, you send that person, you know, you'll send them their $100 this week, you'll send them their 500 the next week. You know, it goes from
Uh-huh.
there. So whatever you're supposed to send them, that's how it's gonna go all the way through the process.
And don't you suppose that at the end, like send the admin something?
Yeah, you're supposed to send the admin an extra $200, but I think they'll have it set up for the admin can just get it from whomever they're supposed to give it to. They'll let you
Okay.
know to send the admin the 200 out of that 4,000.
Okay, so someone already have that.
It'll be set up. Yeah, all that'll be set up.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know about that part. I didn't know how to
I
tell.
mean, I taught myself how to split that board off. I'm like, okay. I mean, I did great. I didn't mess up nobody, so that was fine. And like I
Okay,
say,
wonderful.
on the payout, I'll give everybody until well, I push this past supposed to be doing on Friday. I gave people to 12 noon on Saturday, but I
I
gave
know.
people longer than that. I mean, I tried until I just couldn't get in contact with those people. I only had to end up selling 3 spots though, the ones
Yeah,
you
I
helped
know.
me with. So
Hmm.
that was good. Out of all those people, 3.
Yeah.
So that was good. Out of 56 people to not find 3, that was okay.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's great. Any more questions while
Yes,
we
I
have this?
do.
Mhm.
I do.
Hmm.
One more. One
Hmm.
more. Okay, so as far as adding like the admins, adding people to the group when someone said add me, instead of all of us going to do that one thing, how are we gonna know, how am I gonna know when I need to add someone, or is someone else gonna be just doing that,
You
adding the
seeing
people?
far as admin?
Yes.
Okay, actually, each person in yellow are supposed to handle their own board. But at that point, like with me, I have people that don't know how to do their board. They didn't know what they would get into. So me being me, I don't know how everybody else will work. I come to help my people out because these people coming to pay me. So I help them out because they are the admins who pay me. So I'm gonna help out. I mean, all they have to do is tag me when they need me, and when I can get over there to the board, I will come and add their people if they don't know how.
Okay.
But I will
Okay.
also send out a video showing you how to work it on your phone. Whoever needs assistance on learning how to do it from their phone, I have a video.
Okay.
Okay, I
Great.
need that too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, who is this? I'll send it right to you.
Maria, right?
Maria, right? Okay, I don't know if
Yes.
we just DM me so I can send it to you. I don't know if we
What's your name again?
Antoinette Glasper.
Okay, Antoinette, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll send it to Blue as well.
This is Tamika. I'd like it too, Antoinette, if you don't
Okay,
mind.
that's DM me and I'll send it over to you all.
Okay, will do. So my question is, because I just got added on a board last
Mm-hmm.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is there like in the, I guess, rules, if you will, um, is it clear that people are to gift the admin,
Excuse me now. Is it?
or is that something that admin has to tell the person that's getting the final payout that you must gift the admin?
Oh, that's at the very end. That's on the 21st day. So it would be a pay sheet up there, and that will go on there as well. They'll know who they're gifting. More than likely, whoever you already gifted, who you've been gifting through the whole process, that's who you're gonna, the admin. Well, I mean, whoever that admin was for that group. I mean, I'm gonna get a whole. You know what? Tonight I'm gonna try to do a list so people can somewhat know exactly what I'm saying, because whoever you're following, you would know who's been admin all that time for that 21-day process. So I'm gonna look for my 200s from my people. So, like, okay, Bishop is not in the yellow, but he is following throughout the group with me. So when he get that 4,000, I'm the person who he started with. So that 200 will, once he make that, it should be going to me. But I'm gonna get an exact list tonight and make sure, because that's what he started when we first came in. He started off on my board.
Hmm.
So out of that should be the 8 people. But I guess they have a breakdown. So the person who started with me, her last payout is coming up this week. So I'll get her list. I usually follow suit and see what they did, and I will let you all know.
Okay. That'd be wonderful.
Cause I did everything off her. I mean, so she's getting ready to get her 4,000. So I'm gonna see how they do theirs. Cause I'm sitting in their room as well.
So I have a follow-up question to that. So on the board that I came in on,
Mm-hmm.
Keisha is the person that's in the water, if you will. Um, it, who is the admin there? Like,
If Keisha's in the yellow, she's the admin for that board.
okay, so on Friday when it's time for me to pay, I'm going to be paying Keisha,
Yeah,
and so
are you in a yellow?
yeah,
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
okay, so I'll be paying Keisha on Friday, and so I guess where I'm getting lost at is everyone on this board that I'm in now, some of these people, they're not on week one. Is that right?
You said they're not what now?
They're not on week one. Like I'm just now, this is my first week. I just came in. So everyone else on this board, are they also just coming in, or have some of these
No,
people
now
been
the
in
seven.
filling?
Okay, the
Right.
7 people in the center, the 2 orange, the 1 yellow, and the 4 green, that's they were already here. Everyone on the outside, they're just coming in.
So it's yeah. Other than the core 7, everybody else is the first gifting opportunity.
It's the first gift. So it takes 56 people to fill around the 7 core, you know, the core 7. It takes 56.
Okay.
And for the people who don't, I'm sorry, the people who don't know, when they want to bring and put their people together, I have no problem with that. I try my best to put everyone together. So you need to know, if you're bringing in 7 people, someone needs to be an admin in order for you all to stay together. If not, you will be separated. Unless you have more people that will be coming, you know, because I tried to break that down to someone yesterday. I invited her to the group so she can understand. It's only 7 spots to stay together, like the 7 in the middle, 1 yellow, 2 orange, 4 green. That's you know, someone will have to be admin and for them 7 people to stay together.
So I'm, as you're talking, I'm visualizing and I'm seeing how the money is rotating and how people are getting their payout. So thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. And you all can always inbox me. I mean, whatever. And I break it down the best I can. If you can't, then you call me through Telegram, whatever. If you need for me to actually speak to you to break it down more, you know, I always ask the person in the text, you know, if this makes sense. If not, give me a call and I'll break it down, you know, as much as I can.
Eric,
But after you
question.
finish this first board, though, you will understand more once you split off.
So at any point, because I heard you say that you had to sell 3 spots Saturday. So does that same rule apply to admins as well? Can they be replaced, or once you start as admin, you finish as admin?
They usually I haven't saw no one ever get replaced unless they seal their spot or just give their spot up to someone willing to take their spot.
Okay.
Or maybe somebody want to switch with that person. I mean, they talk to them and they agree. That's fine. I have no problem with switching the name out and putting another one there and putting that person in another spot. I mean, as long as they agree on it, it's fine with me.
Great.
So if a person know in the door that they don't want to be an admin, you know, they correct that right away and tell the person in charge, the admin, to, you know, tag them in so they can be removed from that spot. But admin is not as bad as everybody thinks. I mean, once you find out what's going on, it's fine.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Long as someone breaks it down to you or someone's there to help you. Now, like D Stewart, I helped her a lot. She didn't know nothing about it, what she got her stuff into. And now she's a pro. She's throwing Zoom meetings and everything. So It's all about understanding. Once you understand, you know, that's the biggest thing. I know people hate to be there and just not understand and feel like you don't have any help. You know, just ask questions. You know, be ahead of the game. Like right now we having this Zoom, so that helps you out. If you're gonna be an admin coming up, you know, for the following week, this helps you a lot. So you know what to look for. Because once this board split off, whoever, like on this board with Keisha, Danisha, she's gonna have to be ready on the following week. Well, Keisha's gonna split the boards, but you know, Keisha's gonna have to make this out of 8 boards. So Keisha would no longer be on the boards anymore. Keisha, Rusty, Zach, Kim, all of them will be gone. They're gonna be on the outside, you know, waiting on their payments. They would still be the same person that would be gifted. Whoever you gifted the first week, you could gift all the way through the whole process.
So I have a question here. This is Maria again. And I know that, I mean, I hate to even bring it up about the flower community, but you know, with the 2x2, people just kind of like want to shun away from the 2x2 system. And I mean, I've heard what people say if everybody's bringing one person or just bringing two. So I would tell my people, you know, to try to bring as many people as you can. But
Mhm.
however, you know, sometimes when you're talking to people, it doesn't mean that you're not trying to bring someone in.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't
Merely
want
just
to.
mean
You
that
don't want
people
to just sit back.
right.
Yeah, and just
But
get
that
the
merely
money.
just mean that people probably just like don't want to hear it no more. They just done.
Yeah.
So I mean, then
Yeah.
you may, as a result, may not be able to bring no one in, or maybe bring one person in. So is that something that, I mean, is this something like that the community works on collectively, where we all just say people who've gotten paid out before, they just come on and get on the board and we just keep jumping in
Yeah.
together where we won't have to worry about that?
Yeah, I'm on multiple boards. I'm an admin in the yellow again. Cause someone bagged out on Dee's board at the last minute when she closed out, and she had a yellow spot, and I didn't want to, I'm like, I can't do it like that. So I jumped in and I took that spot.
Yeah, and you know, like I always told my people, which again, you have what the technical things you're supposed to see, and then you got reality. Because I mean, according to theory, most even the other boys that done drained out, I done did several, they died. But according to theory, they would have been wonderful. But technically, you do run into those situations where everybody can't pull somebody in, and that's the good thing I love about this type of community, because really, it's more collective in the fact that as time progresses, it starts when it starts filling up, you might not be able to get that person that you invited to the board under you. You might get them on the same board, like on a split, but they may not be directly connected to you, like within that 7, because with everyone filling in spaces, it's like all trying to fill in. And sometimes that even helps, because if it's just you and your people on the board, I have seen it before, where then you're depending more on yourselves versus a community. Because if you the core 7, then you have to push it if all y'all know each other. So you don't have any outside, windows to open. So it can be a blessing to do it like that, and you just try to do the best you can. Yeah.
That's true, Bishop. That's so true. And then, I mean, for me, I mean, I've been in these communities, and so to me, it doesn't matter
Sorry,
who
guys, I'm
follows.
back.
It
Okay.
doesn't matter who follows me or anything like that. As long as we all are like-minded and everybody gonna play the game and follow the leader and play the game, then that's what matters to me.
Hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
so it doesn't matter if my sister, my brother, they can't get in under me. I'm not gonna stall them. Just hey, get in a spot,
I know
and
they
then
had to
we'll
win.
work all working together because we're
Yeah.
thinking alike, right?
Right.
So
Hmm.
that's the way I look at it too. You know, I'm not gonna be pressed about because somebody can't come in behind me. They can't get on my board, or I'm just trying to fill boards.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you just made them wait a week before they got their first payout. Then like, wait a minute, why you making me
Right.
wait?
Right.
Exactly.
Hmm. Because imagine I bring in, okay, this is another situation. I have family members over 10 or 15 almost that when I came in, they weren't able to get on the board with me. And it bothers me now a little because the boards that they're on, they
Yeah.
don't have a person behind them. So they just lost their money. They board haven't moved at all. And I'm on to the following week. They haven't even got their first $100. And it bothers me sometimes. I be want to go and throw them back in these boards. But they like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just they go and look in their room and it's nothing happening. I can't be everywhere. I'm here trying to help
Exactly.
these 8 boards. And then their board's not moving over there. I mean, that's a lot.
And that's
So
what
I
I had to,
tried,
yeah.
you know.
And you got to share that with people, because, and one thing is, because by doing several, people do really depend on you more than
Yeah.
should. But and you can't really, like, it's not but so much you can do.
Yeah, so much you can do. So I just left, I'm like, well, I'll just do what I do over here and just try to give them their $25 back because I feel bad that their board is just sitting. Their board, I mean, it's all my sons and everybody, their board don't have no one on there. I'm like, oh, wow. And
Mm,
this going on week 2. So
yeah, it can be done, but
they don't have the whole core 7 is doing nothing. Here I go, oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah, and that's
So,
when to say,
and I hate to say this, but I have learned through the losing money through all of this. I can't bring in family members. I got to make other people my family. And it worked out so much better for me. I don't mean to be mean, but that's what happened. Because they try to sit back and watch me work because they see I'm more into it. But they end up getting separated from me. And now they look at what happened. I said, so you have to do some work.
Yeah,
I
you got
can't
that
work
in perspective.
everywhere. I
Mhm.
can't be everywhere. So now it's just me and my husband. We just follow each other and there you go. And when I feel like it, and one thing I do too, I tell people about this, playing it forward, like sponsoring people. You can't stand a fire and you already there to get paid, sponsor somebody to keep the board going. I have sponsored several people. I mean, just keep the board going, you know. Well, I even tell people, okay, if I sponsor you, can you bring 2 fires? And I have got that people that have worked a lot too.
Mhm.
So I'll be doing that. I've been doing that now as well because I'm coming up to get paid 800. So okay, I got a little more change. So I'll sponsor some people. So
Exactly.
I know I'm getting ready to come up for the 4,000. I'll sponsor some more people to keep the boards going. But I don't bring sponsor no one who can do nothing for me. You got to be bringing something. If I'm gonna pay for you, I know you can bring me 2 people. Or at least get on there and do a lot of invites, make the group big or something.
Exactly. You just got to learn the
Yeah,
system.
and I want to say, please read the directions before you even say add me.
Amen. Yeah. Yeah.
Please read it. Because
Mm-hmm.
one of the worst things that we run into is having to explain this for the
Over and
100th
over.
time,
Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, and then people saying, well, I put my money in this and y'all didn't do that. Well, at the end of the day, like I told Bishop Sproul, if you are an adult, you know what you can do and what you cannot do. And you know
Mm-hmm.
that you're taking a chance because with every group, it takes people to move the boards, period.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't care what kind of group you're in. So if you know that you don't have a good support team behind you, or you know
Mm-hmm.
that you can't find people or anything like that, that might not be the group for you. But in every group that you get in, please read the directions.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to.
Hmm.
Yeah. And look at the bigger picture of the 4,000 over the $100 or the, that's what I do. So sometimes I'm in groups like the 100 for 21K. What I do is look at, I won't receive no money for 2 weeks because what I do, I pay it forth. I sponsor 3 people and go without getting that $300 because the first payout is 800. I go and I have to put over 500 to the next person, but I walk away without nothing and sponsor my 3 people and just wait for that second week to get my, what would that be, the 4,000. I have to, I think I have to give over 2,500 of that for them to receive 821. But that first week I walk away with nothing because I look at the bigger picture to keep this board moving.
Hmm.
So that's what we came up with in our 100 for 21K. We came up with the 7 core. If we sponsor 3 people, we got 21 people on the board when we first start off.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, we got 21 people right away because we just sponsored 3 people each.
Hmm. Smart.
But you have to be willing, if everybody's willing to do that. Some people are like, I ain't sitting on not get nothing. Well, think about the bigger picture.
Exactly.
That 300, I want more than that.
Like-minded people.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Even with the 63K. Okay, the first thing we put 500 in. We end up with 4,000. Okay, but we have to get 2,500 of that back. So I walk away, I don't think about that 1,500. I sponsor 3 people. Now, I mean, like I said, I've been in a lot of this, and a lot of it has failed. I had some good times, some bad times. But if I can't get everybody to be on the same page, I mean,
Exactly.
honestly, this small group, the 25, this is the best I came into so far.
Me too.
And truthfully,
Yeah.
this is the best. I mean, yeah, that's why they say like-minded people. You have to have them in order for it to work.
Wonderful.
But I
Any more?
think we got a pretty good group right now. So just keep pushing, and we should be fine.
Hmm. Any more questions?
Because
Hey,
Has-
Nene, this is Vendolin.
mm-hmm.
Hey, I just want to tell you thank you for all the hard work that you put in and for stepping in for me, especially the last 2 days while I wasn't feeling too well.
All right, no problem.
I just want to tell you I appreciate it, and I am trying to learn the board. So
Yeah, I know when people are
I
trying.
yeah, and
You-
I am willing. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to just to tell you thank you and keep doing what you're doing.
All right, you're welcome. And I'll be around a while because I became an admin on another board. And then, I'm stepping in on other boards. So even when I make it to wherever, when I get there, I'll still be coming behind because I done jumped in to help people on other boards. I done sat out today, I'm on some boards I didn't even know about. It's like, yeah, you jumped in on Tony board, or you jumped. I'm like, oh my God, I'm thinking it's another Nene. They said, no, that's you. I'm like, oh Lord.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
So
Wonderful.
I'm gonna see everybody come up, so.
Exactly.
Who want to see 4,000 one time? I like to see it more than once. So, I mean, in order to keep it moving, that's what we do. Some people have came in today. I saw a lady come in. Not sure what group. She came in. I don't know if it was all her kids or what was it. She bought 3 to 4 spots for every name.
Ooh.
I'm trying. That's one of my groups. I can't think.
Mhm.
Oh, Greg M. They
Mhm.
bought 3 to 4 spots per name. His board that's my first board to close.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, she came in and went to work. I woke up to her. I'm like, oh my God. When I finished putting all them names in, he needed 2 more spots. And you know what they were? Admin spots. But somebody found himself
Exactly.
stuck.
Yeah.
And last night he was feeling so bad. He said, I don't know what to do. I said, it's going to work out. And he woke up this morning. He got a closed board.
Wow. Nice.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm leaving. We're only about 3 away from one board, and
Yeah, I saw y'all
yeah,
finna close out. Yeah. Think about it. Today, Monday. We got to Friday.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
think about if you get anywhere from 5 to 10 people a day, your board will close on Friday. People try to see it all at one time. It won't happen that way all the time.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, that was good
Yeah.
information. I'm glad you was able to actually join us because I need to know that my own self.
Yeah, you had called me. I'm like, oh my God, let me find out what time. And when you said Eastern time, I said, oh Lord, this in a minute.
Yeah, because Maria actually has been talking with me, and she wanted some information, so I definitely had to get her what she needed.
Yeah.
They're great individuals.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, though, like I said, I won't try to hold you long, and we'll see and communicate. And again, in the chat, put your email address, so that way I'll be able to send you a link to this, so we can still stay in communication. Which I know most of us are on Telegram, but I'm in Telegram jail because
Me too.
I've been doing too much. So I actually
Me
can't.
too.
Hey, me too, Bishop. I'm with you. I'm with you, man.
I have to use my husband's phone,
Jail,
but I'm
filling
okay.
up.
I use my husband's phone, my son's phone. Yeah, that jail filled. I'm gonna end up putting my husband gonna be in jail too, because I done used his phone like crazy today.
Oh, that's what I've been
I'm
doing
about to
too.
be in jail then because he's using my
Yeah.
phone.
Like, yeah.
I
So,
use my 15-year-old, he gonna be in jail too. I had to put him on Telegram. Whatever it takes.
He gonna be in juvie.
Yeah, he gonna be in juvie, yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. I had to add some names. So
gotta do it.
yeah, let me see your phone. They don't know what I'm doing. They don't know they in jail. That's a good thing, I guess.
So wonderful. And like I said, now I try to make sure you send the links, and we'll stay in communication in case we need to do this, and just because I know
Whenever.
you was having one, and I just wanted to, so that way as we bring in new admins, we can keep them abreast of what's happening.
Yeah, definitely. But it's good we had this one before the new admin start. That's why I was saying that's good for you to know what's going on before they take that spot. Or know what to expect once they take that spot.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Wonderful,
You know.
because I was getting tired. It's been a long 2 days.
I know. But I say this look today, Monday, your first that board finna close. Greg board has closed. Now he's helping to work on Wanda's board. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, like I said, it's
it'll
great.
work out.
But again, I just want to thank everybody, and like I said, I look forward to talking to y'all. We got some great stuff going on.
Yeah,
Thank you again, Antoinette. And
you're
we'll
Yes,
stay
and
welcome.
thank you for hosting this meeting.
most
Appreciate
definitely.
it. Mhm.
And you all have a blessed night.
You
You
too,
too.
thanks.
So everybody have a
too.
blessed one.
Bye.
Everybody be good.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.